coming to bug you.
How are you?
What's up, man?
Nice mustache.
Thanks, buddy.
And you had to survive for your family, for your daughter.
Had to. What was my other option? 230 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal with a body men want and women fear.
Welcome back to The Road. I am here with Scotty K Fitness. We are in Las Vegas, Nevada, here at Monami Gabby. We're gonna do a few things today. We're gonna have a workout, we're gonna build Lego. But today we're gonna start with the pre-workout meal. And this is one of my favorite spots for breakfast, so welcome back.
My husband threw some serious dark shit. Thank you so
No
much.
shit. Do you want to take a picture for him?
Yes, please.
What's his name?
Matt.
That's awesome.
3, 2, 1.
Super sweet. I love that. I love that stuff, man. That makes me so happy.
And our table is ready.
Let's go. Perfect timing. Restriction of calories, or you cut out a lot of carbohydrates as well, or?
Yeah, I bring the carbs down, I bring the protein really high,
Yeah.
and then I bring in like an hour and a half, 2.5 hours of cardio every day.
Yeah.
I have off days.
So is it like steady state cardio? Or? Yeah.
Low
Okay.
intensity.
So my last cut was incredibly intense. My carbohydrates were fairly low at about 180,
Okay.
and then like my protein was at 300 plus.
Sure.
It was a stupid amount.
I do
And my-
450 sometimes.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
My fats were at about.
Especially as your carbs get low and your fat get low, you have to replace it somewhere.
It took me 9 weeks to get here, and I've just been trimming it ever since. Yeah, it is ridiculous. Yeah, when I was in the Army and like on duty, I had to shave twice a day. I was one of those guys. We'd get a lunch break and be like, fine, you know. I shaved 5 days ago. There's times where like if I want like coffee or soup,
All right, I got steak and eggs. I thought my scrambled eggs had a wonderful texture. They weren't wet, they weren't overdone, they were soft, they were easy to swallow and eat. The steak was soft, it was tender. I thought I would give the whole thing like a 3.75, which is good. It's good.
So I also got the steak and eggs, but I got my eggs over easy. Personal preference. I thought the eggs were great. The steak could have had a little more sear on it, right? The eggs weren't very seasoned, and the potatoes were fantastic. I also got a smoked salmon eggs Benedict. That was fantastic. No complaints there. I also got the crepes. These are lemon drizzle crepes with a blueberry topping and powdered sugar topping as well. The outside of the crepes are crispy and a little crunchy, which is a great addition to the texture. I'd give overall the meal a 4.35.
4.5 out of 5. Like a solid 4.2.
So we're gonna put the pre-workout down now, because by the time we walk into the gym and everybody signs the waiver to be able to train and all that jazz, it should be kicking and rocking, and I should be feeling good.
I'm coming to bug you.
How are you?
What's up, man?
Nice mustache.
Thanks, buddy. Jeff, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Scotty.
What's up? I'm Ziegler.
If you could grow a stash like that, I might have.
Ah, dude, yeah, that'd be no. It's anabolic, right?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
It's nice meeting you guys.
Yeah, likewise.
All right, enjoy the rest of your workout. All right,
Thanks.
cheers.
This was my original gym. When I first came out to Las Vegas, this was my spot. All my videos, all my tutorials, all of my preps were done right here on my biggest, baddest physique that I ever created was in this gym. I used to walk around this place feeling like an animal. So today, Scotty and I, we're gonna train chest. It's not gonna be like a humongous workout, but it's gonna be intense. We're gonna hit all the important bits. We're gonna get real pumped up. Once we're done that, we're gonna grease down, or pose down, I'd rather. It's gonna be a good time. Excited for it. This is, I call it the Saved by the Bell gym. You can see it has all the artwork, or whatever you call it. The Smith machine. His name was Rudy Smith. He invented the Smith machine. This is his gym.
Wow.
He started LVAC. There's 7 locations now in the Las Vegas Valley, and they're still privately owned by his sons.
Wow. The vibes are immaculate. They're pretty chill.
Each location has a different sets of characteristics that really make it different.
Yeah. But you have a much more developed chest than I do. So
I don't know, your chest is gorgeous.
Stop. My name is Scotty. I am a former heavy guy, combat veteran, former first responder, and a dad to 4 daughters. So my life is incredibly busy. I'm also a coach.
So the first thing we're doing is chest fly using cables. I like this a lot because I can warm up with it. I can do really light sets, one after the other, until I feel like I'm primed. And then I can start to put on some weight, and then I can go ham. Because of the unilateral feeling and how comfortable you're able to remain during the entire set, you can really push yourself. Now you have to be careful, of course, the fly is a little bit of a vulnerable movement. He's going probably much heavier than I'm gonna go.
Watching the control and the pause. Good. Muscle is medicine. I firmly believe that. And being able to control the movements is vital, key to the process of exercise. There you go. Good. So now we're getting to a point to where we're kind of milking out some of those extra sets, kind of incorporating those shoulders a little bit more. He's holding that stretch, which is where a lot of the damage, most of, if not all of the damage comes from. He's holding. He's gonna try to get that last one through, moving those shoulders with it. Good. Beautiful. Whatever you can do to tax that muscle, right? All right, let's do it again.
Very nice. Beautiful. Very nice. A lot of work right there. Whew. It's easier for me to judge my current workout against workouts I've had in the past when all the scenarios, all the variables were perfect. So I can remember being loaded to the gills, full of donuts, full of hydration, full of sleep, and just being so pumped it hurts my skin. You know, and then other days, you don't even think you look good till you take the picture, and some days you don't look good at all. So it's easy to compare yourself against yourself the longer you've been doing it, and success and failures you've had mean a lot to you. Before a set, I'm almost a little nervous. Once I'm in the set, I'm very confident. I can feel everything, and I can drive, and I can go with it. But the initial start, I know it's gonna hurt, and I know I have to give it so much. And sometimes I get in my own head about it, you know, a little bit. But I try to clear my head and just know that no matter what, if it feels heavy, if it feels light, if it's gonna be 6 reps, it's gonna be 15 reps, I'm just gonna give all of my effort until it's over. And it's over when I run out of steam. So I have to be as honest as possible with myself under the current circumstances and reach that failing point. So I'm a little nervous because I don't want to let myself down. Awesome. Your anterior delts are really, really firing. Your chest, of course, but you look good. Yup. Get up. It looks good. That's great. Chest was popping off the collarbone.
Thank you, boys. Jesus.
Your anterior delt looked like a Twinkie.
So whenever you get into bodybuilding, I think that you never feel adequate, right? It's a huge deal. You're always gonna find something about your physique that you pick apart. I've heard David do it to himself since we've been here. I do it to myself. quietly, right? It's something that plagues a lot of people. For instance, my anterior deltoid, like he was talking about, is overdeveloped. It overshadows my bicep. It's something that I struggle with. And I hate working biceps. So I'm just grinding out in the gym right now, trying to get those extra movement, that extra damage to grow. That's what bodybuilding is. You're building your body.
Hoist is like Nickelback, you know? So yeah, like
It's
Hoist.
popular to hate on them.
Yeah, people will just get behind the Hoist hate bandwagon when Hoist is out here making some cool machines. And the thing with Hoist is they use a leverage system that also moves you.
Ah, yeah.
So like,
yeah.
when you're doing stuff, you get to move around. That's what, now, of course, all manufacturers, I like 20% of their stuff.
Yeah.
If I like 40% of your stuff, then I love you and I think you're really awesome. But I hardly like, you know, that. So Hoist, of course, there is some stuff I could tease.
Sure.
Like this.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Look how fun this is. I'm like on a Disney ride.
It's my kingdom. So you like propane, what?
Really nice You guys ever see Star Wars? And you know when they're stuck in the trash compactor? I would like be like, Han, grab Leia. Oh, get out of here. Oh. But I would use the Force though, you know, too. So, trash compactor. Not on my watch. Just Force. Woo. Power, strength, mustache power.
That last one was a grind.
I know, then the stash was like.
A good friend of mine is no longer with us. Used to always say, the pain is not yours. Your pain doesn't belong to you. Your pain belongs to those that rely upon you. And how disrespectful would it be for them to call on you one day and you're not prepared? That's all I think about.
I'm over here thinking about Ben & Jerry's, Pink Box.
Cookies. It's now and never.
The false negatives.
I get the feeling of coming at home. I'm coming in the gym.
I just came.
I feel good. I feel really good. I'm very, very pale. It's a testament to mental health. Surround yourself with those who are better than you. They only elevate you. I've never seen a hater doing better than me.
Get away from me, then.
Oh my God.
Get away from me. This is Techno Gym.
Okay.
Techno Gym again. A lot of people hate Techno Gym. They say it's awful. This particular machine for this particular movement in this particular range. It's really good at that. It's one of the best, I think.
You know, a wise man once said, it's supposed to suck. That's why it sucks.
If you can, you must. Come on. Bring it. If you can, you must. That's that failure lap. That's good. That was great. That was so good. So good. So good.
Good. Oh, f you for going this heavy.
They're so strong though, it doesn't matter. Your shoulder Twinkies are popping.
Whew, a weird pain response I have is like cackle.
Oh, our series, the road is familiar with the failure giggles. Yeah. You're at home with the Iron Family. Or the confetti when you do a good job.
Yeah.
And there's the lights. Okay, when you come back around, or you half pass out, when you come back around, isn't it the weirdest feeling ever?
Yeah, it's like,
You're like, wait, I'm some guy who posts videos about my muscles, and that's what I'm doing right now?
Yeah.
Wait, what? I'm Ziegler Monster.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Yeah.
Ah! But it's like, it's almost like this feeling like you woke up before your alarm went off and you forgot what you were supposed to do and who you were for a second.
It's like you're in an ethereal plane and you just get brought right back to your body. You ever been choked out? Like,
Only for fun.
yeah, it's similar, right? Where like you wake
Yeah.
up and you're like, I feel like a power nap, but where the f am I? My chest is taxed and my anterior deltoids are on fire, but I feel good. I'm feeling a little wide, huh?
I didn't know you trained here.
Huge fan.
Oh my God. You know, I was watching your video and it helped me with that thing in the gym you showed.
Yeah.
I'll never forget it.
You know what?
Thank you.
I got it from watching you.
Ow!
I hate you, Dad. So I do 6 working sets per muscle group.
Per muscle group. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very.
So
that
like,
sounds good.
On chest, I'll do, say on a Monday, I'll do like a flat press, whatever it's dumbbell, barbell.
Sure.
And then I'll do a fly, right?
Okay.
But I also add in back and biceps on that day.
So this is a lot of volume for chest for you.
It's an incredible amount.
So it's so funny because I use a hybrid of low intensity and volume and it's more so I do 2 working sets per exercise.
Heard. Small
Small muscles like biceps, chest is medium, but like biceps, each individual head, I give those like 3 movements.
Okay.
Triceps, chest, hammies, they're like medium-sized muscles.
Right.
I give those like 4 or
Okay.
5, and then the big muscles like legs and back, I give those like 5 or 6.
So
And then 2 working sets, so legs would get 12.
for, say like a standard, like a Monday, I'll do a like a barbell bench. right?
Sure.
And I'll do 2 warm-up sets, 3 working sets.
Okay.
Then I'll do a back exercise, like a lat pull down. Often it's a single arm cable pull down. I love those variations. And I'll do 1 warm-up set, 3 working sets. Then I'll do a bicep variation, and then I'll go back to a chest fly. And I'll do 3 working sets, and then I'll do another back exercise. And often that's pull-ups to failure, because I love pull-ups. And body weight, I don't have anything to attach weight to me, so I can't change the intensity. So I just use that to failure.
Okay,
and then I do another bicep exercise, and I hate bicep exercises. So it's usually 6 working sets per muscle group, per like exercise day. And then the second day is legs, shoulders, and triceps. And it's quads, and then it's like a shoulder press, and then it's triceps.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can respect all that.
Yeah. But it's very low in volume and high in intensity, and everything is 8 to 12 reps.
Okay.
Yeah. Getting bogged now. This is years of tissue. That's how I have to think of it, right? When I'm working out with guys like you. 230 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal with a body men want and women fear. Can you take me high?
If I messed up every other exercise, every other set, this is going to be the one that brings the growth. That's going to bring the power. So I'm going to get a picture. I'm going to all count right now.
abs and in your back are insane. Insane. They look like subway tunnels. Fucking massive.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, man.
Inspirational to see people.
This is a great gym.
Motivational. Motivational, baby.
Oh, dude.
And I love when you call out the young guys like, I'll body slam you. I've seen a lot of your videos. I love your videos, bro. Like, yeah.
Scotty K Fitness. Welcome to Brick by Brick with the Ziegler Monster.
I'm bricked.
Oh, you know, throw me with a good time. I'm halfway there. All right, so this is what we got today. Speed champion, McLaren, Formula One team.
Yes.
It's 245 pieces. You have to be at least 9 years old for this one. It is a 2023 McLaren Formula One car.
Yes.
So what's gonna happen is we're gonna build this. We're gonna start at the same time. We're going to professionally, respectfully race each other. I'm gonna try to distract you with questions the
See
whole
that
time.
9+? This is supposed to take 9 years. I'm gonna do it today.
Wait till you see. So I think that they say a Lego Master, I think they say is about 300 pieces an hour. So this is 245.
Is that real?
I kind of made it up.
Okay.
Just roll with it for the show. So this should take us about 45 minutes, I feel, with our superior
Yes.
training. So yeah, you ready to get into it?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's rock and roll.
And time.
So, Scotty, let's talk about when you got started. Let's break it down brick by brick. No, so you didn't used to be in the fitness, like you are recently into fitness.
Yeah.
As opposed, like the last few years, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been kind of like obsessed with fitness and muscle since I was about 11.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So my training didn't really get serious until 2019.
Okay, that's what I mean by like when you got competitive, essentially.
Sure, yeah. So I would say that started in 2019.
And what set off that need or that drive to be competitive, to go out to the gym, to try to work hard, to count your food, to train, to do cardio? Like, what set it off for you to say, I'm ready, I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna apply?
I've always wanted to.
Okay.
Like I said, it started when I was a younger man, I should say. And I just didn't have access to the knowledge. Like, I started training when I was 11 because I wanted to fight my stepdad.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I did.
And did you win?
I did.
Nuh-uh, at 11?
Well, I was 12 at that point.
Okay, well that's different.
Yeah. But no, I finally got home from Afghanistan and I started looking more into how to make these things happen because I was trying to lose weight beforehand, you know?
Okay, well let's start back. So you were into training early on.
Yeah.
But what was your physique like?
Bad. I mean, you could tell that I I had lifted weights previously, but I didn't know what I was doing. And I was a cop for a while, and I was an overweight cop. You know, I wasn't who I was supposed to be as a police officer.
Now, to be a police officer, don't you have like a series of physical tests you have to pass?
Sure, but they're not, you know, you get the good old boy system.
Okay.
Where they kind of just pencil whip it after a while.
Okay, okay. It's not like the strictest thing.
No. But I will say that once I developed kind of like more of a sense of self-respect was when I had the ability to look into different training styles and find what worked for me. And to be frank, instead of Scotty, the biggest help for that was YouTube.
Okay, because you said it was what year that you got serious about it?
2019.
In 2019, there has been a lot of information out there before 2019.
Yeah.
So what flipped the switch, because you said information was a huge part that helped you get started.
Yeah.
And the lack of information was something that helped, that, you know, kept you from getting started.
So it was, I found Will Tenyson.
Okay.
Yeah, and so when I started watching Will's YouTube, it was like, oh, here's a guy who's got, you know, muscle. He seems to know what he's talking about. And I could relate to him a lot because he talked pretty openly about having an eating disorder.
And you had an eating disorder?
I did.
Okay.
I would say that I'm still in recovery.
And okay, okay.
So I would binge eat. Wouldn't eat for days at a time, and then I'd get so hungry that I would force feed, you know, and I'd eat a ton of food.
Okay.
Until I would get sick. And so when I found Will Tennyson's stuff, years after I had found myself in that position, I related heavily to him. And so I actually took up his training style, where I trained 4 days a week, and did my cardio and counted my calories, and I did that for 4.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you posting on social media, or were you like documenting your journey?
I was, yeah, because I wanted to be proud of myself, and I got a lot of hate for it. A lot of hate.
You did?
Yeah, because people were like, what are you doing posting this stuff, man? You're not that kind of guy.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Constant stuff. But I think it just, the consistency is what saved me, you know? Falling in love with the process. And I did the wrong thing for a long time.
And what was the wrong thing?
You know, forcing myself to either restrict calories excessively or in one of my videos early on TikTok, I said that I did cardio the wrong way for a long time. And a lot of people wondered what that meant.
Sure, I'm curious what you mean by that.
I would use cardio as a form of punishment.
Okay, okay.
So I'd use cardio as a way to earn my food or, you know, pay penance to my mistake of eating what I thought I shouldn't be eating.
Okay, I can understand that. It's not terribly off, because we are kind of working off
Sure.
what we shouldn't have maybe eaten, or what we thought.
What doesn't fit into our goals.
It doesn't fit into the goals, but no, I understand. You took it to a different level.
Incredibly so.
You took it to a mental level of this is what you deserve.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Where I would like,
Okay.
I would attempt to run, you know, like 6 miles at, you know, almost 300 pounds.
Okay.
And, yeah,
Like
it was painful.
you would be like, this is what you deserve. This is what you get.
Yeah,
I can understand that.
yeah. But I mean, and that was a long time. I did it for a long time, and it sucked.
Now, when you were doing that, so let's back it up though, because you found somebody who inspired you, who helped you, who you could relate to.
Yeah.
Did you find them and that set off the spark? Or did the spark ignite and then that research to find how to do this, you found that person?
I've always had the want to do it.
You just said like you started at 11, you've always been into fitness. Okay.
Yeah, so I got my first dumbbell set when I was 11.
But what changed in 2019 all the way? Like what made you find him? Like what made you decide to find him? Or were you just like gaming and you found a YouTube channel and you were like,
No,
I totally relate to this dude and I now have a lot more confidence to do this?
I think I got home from Afghanistan.
Okay.
And I was not who I was supposed to be while I was in Afghanistan.
What's that? Sounds heavy. You want to go into that? What's that?
I wasn't fit.
Okay.
I couldn't do a pull-up to save my life or yours. I wasn't strong enough to be over there.
Okay.
And
that's how you felt.
No, I mean it's
Thank
real.
you for your service. I'm sure.
No, I was a private contractor. I did it for money, and my ex-wife made a ton of it.
Okay.
But no, I loved being over there. I loved being a part of that community. But at the same time, I didn't operate the way I should have. And that being said,
Yeah. Okay.
when I came home, I kind of had that conviction at that point, and that's what I mentioned to a lot of people who ask me about what my motivation is for fitness. And they're like, how do you stay so motivated to continue going? Like, I'm not motivated. I don't want to do this all the time.
I can totally relate to that.
Like, I'm tired. I don't want to do this. It's conviction. Because if you're convicted to something, you have to do it.
So let me try to paint the picture. You were in Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. You did not feel adequate in Afghanistan to perform the way you would have liked to.
Correct.
When you got home, you thought to yourself, or you felt like this is the time, like this is.
Well, I think I found myself when I was overseas, because often I feel like for the majority of my life I was pretending to be someone.
And who were you pretending to be?
Someone who deserved everything that I wanted. And so when I finally got home from Afghanistan, I got divorced and started looking at what I actually want out of life rather than living for other people. And
now, you say that you got divorced and you didn't want to live for other people. Your past situation with your wife, mm-hmm. and you said she made a lot of money, mm-hmm. but like, what was? If you don't have to go into this if you don't want to.
Sure.
But why did you feel like you were living for her? Is that how you felt?
It is how I felt. I felt as if my life didn't belong to me. It belonged to everyone who relied on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's strong, though. It's a lot of strength, though, to be able to. I mean, you felt that way, but it means it was real. You're probably holding up a lot of people. That's a strong.
I mean, it was rough. I became a father at 19, so that was like a big, like, to do. You know, where I felt as if, you know, okay, well now I have to focus on this, and I've got a wife, and I've got, you know, my daughter, and I've got a career path now that I should focus on. And with that career path required fitness, because every first responder should be fit.
Okay.
And I wasn't that person.
So you felt pressure, essentially, to provide and to be this person for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. But you also wanted to be that person.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yes.
And that was essentially what kickstarted everything, because you were like, I like who I am. Mm-hmm. I like what I'm doing.
I liked the idea of who I was. And I wanted to be that person. I didn't know how to be. And so when it came time to put the work in, I faked it.
Faked it. Because you wanted to do it.
I was just pretending, you know. And I would tell people, oh, I'm bulking, you know.
Because I have to imagine, like, I can understand, like you said, like your wife was doing the work thing and you were supporting her, right? Like over there in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Helping out with her. Well, now your daughter, I'm sure you seem like a great dad from everything I've seen so far. So I'm sure that was, you just were doing your thing for your daughter as any man should and could and would.
I've got 4 daughters.
Okay.
Now, so I while I was overseas, my ex-wife was not. How should I put this? Great at her position back home. And so when I came home, I got full custody of the kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me try to break this into a chewable piece.
Yes.
You were frustrated with the situation with your wife, mm-hmm. but you were incredibly in love and wanted to provide for your daughter. So as a whole, you were trying very hard to be this person to everybody, while at the same time being conflicted, because on one side you were frustrated and going through it, and on the other side you had this beam of love and light.
Yeah, like, so I think a big portion of all of this comes from like wanting to be accepted by a group of people or by anybody. I've been on my own since I was 14. And so having...
How, do you mind if we ask how that happened? Like,
yeah.
It's not a normal thing.
It's not a normal thing. So I went to a Christian youth camp when I was 14 years old. And it was like a 2-week-long camp. And the day I get back, I was walking into my mom's apartment, you know, and I go to like open the door and my shoulder slams into it. And I start knocking on the door, and I realize as I'm knocking, the knocks are hollow, and I look through the window and the apartment's empty. And that was the last time I'd ever, you know, seen her. It's been 15 years. I've been on my own ever since.
Okay. Wow.
Now, I'm a bounty hunter by trade as well, so I've tracked her down. She's alive, I just haven't reached out.
Wow. And that was 14, you're 30 now.
29.
So that was 16 years ago, give or take.
Yeah.
So for the last, I don't know how long you've known where she was, probably the last 10?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. And you have no desire, like you're...
Not really.
I can dig it.
No love lost.
You're a strong guy.
I think resilience and strength are two different things.
Okay, go into that. How would you define yourself as resilient compared to your strength?
I think that resiliency comes from a need to survive,
and you had to survive for your family, for your daughter.
Had to. What was my other option?
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely.
So the first one in my family to graduate high school since like the 80s. So, you know, I hung my hat on that. It was everything I did was out of spite. You know.
Out of spite for the situation your family put you in?
Yeah. Yeah. I was like
you were like, Mom, I'm gonna succeed despite.
Mm-hmm. I got to a point where everything turned into, okay, you watch this. So I joined the Army when I was 17.
Okay.
And was in the National Guard, which was a waste of time.
What was that experience? Like what yeah, so we have Army, Navy, Marines, National Guard?
Yeah, so
what do they do?
The National Guard is a branch of the Army.
Okay.
So the Army National Guard.
Okay.
And so I was an infantryman in the National Guard. And then I became a combat medic, but you're a 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks in the summer. It's a part-time job. Not a lot of people take it too seriously, and the people that do are annoying. Shouldn't be taking it that seriously.
Now, is this something you did while you were also an officer because it was so part-time?
Yeah.
Okay, did you become, so let's back up. So first, you were a bounty hunter.
No, so let's break all that down.
For sure.
I joined the Army when I was 17.
17, you joined the Army. 14, it's time for you to be a man. What happened between 14 to 17 that got you to the position where you were able to join the Army?
I slept on a lot of friends' couches.
Really?
And,
Okay.
You know, worked and had a bunch of jobs and bounced around a whole bunch. And so I'm trying to figure out this combination of things here.
No. Answer the question. Don't just answer the question. Don't even look at the instructions. don't worry about that right now.
So I got to a point where I could join the Army at 17, just trying to get to high school, work all these jobs that I had to have to make my own ends meet, and I worked at a ice cream shop at one point. I worked at a Office Depot.
And this is all before the age of 17?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so my first job was at a trophy shop. And
like where they made like bodybuilding trophies and stuff.
Big trophies.
Very cool.
Stuff.
Okay, very cool.
I mean, got paid like $20 an hour under the table.
That's cool. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was nice at 14.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I did all that for a long time, and I got to a point to, like I said, I could join the Army, and I joined at 17.
Did you know while you were sticking it out, going through those odd jobs, that you were like, I'm 14, I just got to get to 17?
Yeah.
And then I can have,
I'm going to join the Army, and everything's going to be perfect.
Okay.
Foreshadowing. But no, so I joined at 17, sorry.
17, right? 17.
go to basic training in between my junior year and my senior year of high school. So it's called split option training. So I do split option training, and once you complete your basic training, you have to go back for your senior year of high school, which is super awkward because they're like, "You're a killer, you're a machine," and then like
Go sit with the...
yeah, a month later you're like, "Can I use the bathroom?" It's super weird.
That is super weird.
So
That's very... Oh, okay.
where does that go? All right. So I end up homeless again after I get back from basic, and there's a whole thing with my adoptive parents that took me in. I don't want to say too much about that, but they took me in at 17 or at 16, and I stayed there for about 4 months. I slept on their son's closet floor.
So that's 16, so that's before you joined the Army.
Yeah, there's a brief period where I got to stay there. They didn't like me.
Okay.
So they booted me once I got back from basic, and then I enrolled myself as homeless in a local high school. And
What's that mean, enrolled yourself as homeless? Like you went to the high school, you said, hey, I want to go to school, but I'm homeless.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you enroll yourself as a homeless minor, and the state actually gives you like a bunch of free shit.
Good. Okay. I like that you were able to do that. What a thing you did as a young man to say, I'm going back to school.
Oh yeah, and that actually became like a large thing locally for me. Like the local newspaper came out and did a story. It was weird.
Most people I know would not have made that decision.
Well, I had signed a contract with the Army saying that I was going to go back to infantry school.
Now, what happened if you didn't go back?
I would have been booted.
Okay.
And so I was like, I'm going to finish, And
Sure.
So I went on and I finished junior year and senior year, and I finished infantry school, and I was in great shape,
Is that so? You were in great shape when you got on infantry. You had the abs. You had the whole nine.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice. So you did not start from ground zero.
No.
Okay, keep going.
I had some muscle, and so like, we get. You're really good at distracting me. Okay.
I'm gonna try my best.
Yes, we get through basic. We get home, and now I'm with my new unit, and there's some good, some bad about that unit, and I did not enjoy my time in the guard. It was not great.
Okay.
So, and a lot of that's on me, not my leadership. I was not a good soldier.
What's that mean?
I didn't take personal accountability for my own actions, so I...
So like, let me. Were you like a class clown, but in the Army?
No, I was...
Like goofing off?
I was lazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't have any drive to actually complete tasks or promote or take care of soldiers that were placed under, under my care at any point in time. I wasn't a good dude.
Did you want to be there?
I did, but I
you just
didn't know how. I didn't have any morals.
But I didn't know how. I like that.
So when it came time for me to like get out, I was like, I'm gonna be a cop,
Okay, and so you went you were 14, booted.
Yeah.
16, you got a little bit of help to sleep somewhere.
Sure.
17, you're in the Army.
Yep.
17, at the end of 17, you finish basic training.
Yeah.
You have to go back into the regular world and go back to high school.
Yep.
You go back to high school, you finish high school, and then you become an officer.
Yeah, so I worked odd jobs and stuff, like while I was going back to school and all that stuff for high school. I worked at an armory where I built AR-15s. I
Cool.
worked at McDonald's and Office Depot and all this stuff. And when I got out of my first contract with the Army, I did a 6-year contract, and I was working odd jobs, just construction and stuff I didn't care about, stuff that paid the bills because I was a dad.
Okay.
And
Fair.
looking for all of the things. Did I fuck that up?
I hope so.
Hope so. Thanks. Oh no, I just missed a piece. Okay.
Darn.
Damn it. So I got this fire in me. I was like, I'm going to be a cop, you know?
Okay, and that was, you were excited about that?
Yeah.
You were like, this is going to be a good position for me, and I could rock this.
So I started by working in a jail.
As a correctional officer?
Yeah. So
sure. Okay.
I became a corporal very quickly, and they were like, hey, we want you to be a sergeant. And I was open to it, and they asked me to apply to be a deputy, and so I did that. They deputized me as a patrol deputy at 22, and I was far too young to be a patrol deputy.
Did you, when you say you were far too young, is that because you can look back and you felt like maybe you had a lot of power that you weren't ready for, or you were not, you treated it like you did in the Army, where you're kind of like, you know, excited to be there, but maybe not quite?
That's exactly what it was. I never abused power. And I think I drove too fast everywhere I went. You know?
I would probably, at least in the beginning. I feel like that would be something I'd have to get out of my system.
I wasn't very proactive when it came to traffic stops. I didn't like traffic stops.
Okay.
And so that kind of rubbed people the wrong way as well. And you know, at the end of all of it, I think that I learned a large lesson about who I really am and what I value when it comes to helping people. Because as a police officer or a sheriff's deputy, either or, I never showed up on someone's worst day and actually made it better, you know? And so then I left that and was happy to do so. And I became a bounty hunter in Texas.
Okay,
and while I did that, I feel like there's more here. There, okay. I really enjoyed that job.
The
bounty hunting.
The bounty hunting.
Yeah. Because I was in a marriage I didn't enjoy being in, and I got to, you know, disappear for weeks at a time. It was great.
So let's just quickly have a side adventure about being a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
What's that like? So what would let's say you have a new bounty. What does that look like? How do you get the call for that? Like, how do you apply to go catch that person? And then what happens next? Like, how do you go get them?
The bail enforcement agency that I worked for in Texas had a bunch of offices across Texas. And so I could throw a dart at the state of Texas on a map and go there for 2 weeks. You know, there would be an office locally to that area. And they had these things called red folders. And red folders paid more because those people had jumped bail a long time ago and nobody could find them. And I got really good at finding those people.
That's how you found your mom.
No, that'd be really funny though.
Well, are you kidding? That wasn't a skill that you used? You said.
Well, no. I mean, that is the skill.
Yeah. I mean, that's what led it all to it. Like, you became good at finding people, and then one day you had to be like, I'm going to use this now too.
That's exactly. Yeah, that is true.
Pretty cool skill.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at it.
But,
so, you know, I would get these red folders, and I would track these people down, and I get paid for it, and it was great.
That is pretty cool.
And you know, I was my own boss practically. I would go and track people down and arrest them and take them to jail, and it was minimal paperwork, and I didn't have to worry about you know, all the stuff I worried about when I was a police officer. And so I left that.
Well, when you said weeks at a time, though, I want to talk about that. Like, it would take you 2, 3, 4 weeks to find somebody sometimes?
No.
And what would you be doing?
I would stay in the area that I was in for 2 weeks.
And just run down some jobs.
And just run down multiple people.
Well, like, we don't have to get into the details, but like, you would like find a bounty on someone, and you would be like,
so specifically, there was
I'm gonna go get him now.
Yeah, there was an instance where it's all about investigations, and so you find these red folders, and it's people who jumped bail up to 2 years prior, and nobody can find them. So you start running down leads. You start running down people they know. I had access to a website that purchased information about you, and the information would be your shoe size, the last place you used your credit card, your cell phone number that was last active, last time you logged into Facebook or MySpace or whatever, who your mutual friends are, your mom's birthday.
You could find that stuff.
I could find all of that stuff.
So if you can find that, that means Uncle Sam did not joke around.
Yeah, anybody can. So I used that website. It was almost like a cheat code, to be honest. But still, some people are elusive and difficult to find. And so I would use my skills of persuasion, where I would, I'd often leverage, you know, like, hey, I know that you know where this person is. You can either make $100 to $200 by helping me out, or you can go to jail.
And that probably, money
helped a lot.
talks,
Money
especially in
And
the
so,
different circles where criminals live normally.
yeah. So, all of that, I left that job and I became a private military contractor in Afghanistan for a brief time. Yeah, he's smoking me right now. And I enjoyed that. I really did.
So let's keep it all up to speed. So out on our own, find some help, into the Army, out of the Army, finish high school, become a cop, run our way up that, leave that, become a bounty hunter, enjoy that,
Yeah.
do well there.
Yes.
And then what happens next?
I went to Afghanistan. I wanted to.
So that's how you ended up in Afghanistan with the ex-wife, is you did the basic training. So once you were out of basic training and you were a police officer and then you
Yeah,
were...
I was not in the Army when I went to Afghanistan.
Okay,
was a
okay,
private
because I was curious, right, here's where we started, because I was like, were you called upon? Did you come back? So no, so you're out of the Army, you get through the cop life, you get through the bounty hunter life, you become a contractor?
Yeah.
And what were you doing?
Like standard security stuff. Nothing super crazy.
But that's branching off of the police and also off of the bounty. So now you're doing your own thing, but you've switched to security, I guess. Okay. And then because of that, somehow your ex-wife was involved with that. You said she made a lot of money over there.
Yeah, what I mean by that is the tale as old as time that she took all my money while I was over there. Yeah. So came back, got divorced, got the kids.
So, but you're over there, you're contracted. How long are you over there?
Just a portion of 2019.
Okay, so you're over there, you're rocking and rolling, you come back, you get custody of the kids, now you have the kids.
Yeah.
And what are you doing now that you're back from contracting over in Afghanistan? You're just hanging out in the States now. Are you bounty hunting again?
No. Now I am working at a at a hospital
Okay.
as a security officer because
Makes
I
sense.
paid like $25 an hour.
Oh, I can dig in. Security is a good gig for us. I did security full time and I moonlit for the better part of a decade.
Yeah, I was bouncing as well.
For sure,
and,
been there.
Done that. Did that for a while, and I enjoyed that. But I had full custody of the kids. We hit COVID hours at the hospital, and I had to leave the job to better position myself to be a dad. And then I got into construction, where
How did you get into construction?
I was personal training at a local gym, and one of my clients worked for a home builder.
Okay.
And through conversations, he was like, "Scotty, I know you need a gig. Do you want to work for us?" And I was like, "Yes, sure." And so
good.
took it. I enjoyed the job, but COVID caused some layoffs.
Okay. And 2019, COVID-19, 2019, that's when you found your fitness passion
Yeah.
to be competitive and to rock and roll.
Yeah.
So what led, so contracting slowed down. Construction slowed down because of COVID. Is this what then you had time?
No, because everything was still survival. Everything that I've done is still incredibly sacrificial when it comes to the things that I gave up to do it. I gave up time. I made time. It wasn't something that I had. And so...
But you're not contracting anymore. That slowed down. So how'd you fill the time?
I was still working. I'd work odd jobs.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's something I didn't realize.
And so I went back to work as a cop, remembered why I didn't enjoy it. And then once I got out of that, I got back into construction. There was a lot of back and forth.
Okay, okay, I can see.
And so got done with the construction again. I got laid off again because that's just the life of construction. And I had met my now wife at that time.
How'd you meet her?
Tinder.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah. And she was looking for a gym partner. I was not. And she ended up just becoming the best parts of me. She took everything about me that I hated and showed me why it was worth something. And so she's amazing.
Now, did she have a lot to do with you guys or you finding the gym seriously?
Well, she, yes. So she's got her own incredible weight loss transformation. She used to be just over 340 pounds, I think.
Okay.
And she was.
Hey, she's actually here right now. She just got back.
Hello.
Hello.
And so we bonded over that.
Okay.
All the decisions that are required to change your life like that are incredible. And so we bonded over that pretty easily.
Okay.
And is that supposed to go on the other side? No, I guess not. Nope, I guess I wasn't supposed to go all the way through. That's what she said. Okay. So I was trying to build a home gym. I had one of my friends had given me free gym equipment that they weren't going to use because they had knee surgery, and it was like
Okay, yeah.
it was like old weights and a barbell.
That's
and
enough
stuff.
for that.
You can
move
build
the
a body
world
off
with
of it,
that.
yeah.
As
And
long as
so
you're motivated.
I was using that. I had a grungy one-car garage and a rental property, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just lift out here. And we met, and she honestly has the blueprint on how to nail down a bodybuilder or a gym bro. I'm telling you, she shows up to the house while I'm at work.
Okay.
And she does my laundry.
Oh,
She does all my gym clothes.
Yep.
She puts my favorite protein shakes at the time in my my fridge. She she puts venison, the deer meat.
Oh, I know venison.
And in my fridge as well. She just stocks me up. And back straps, not just venison. She wants to fix that. So all of that. And then she would hang out with me when I worked out. And she did, she worked out on her own, but she made me feel as if, she was a part of it. And then she bought me my first piece of equipment that we had in the gym that anybody had bought me. And it was a weight tree. And it's a grungy, shitty little weight tree, and I still have it. And
Cool.
And she believed in me when I didn't. I think that's the big point. Because there were so many times where I was like, I've got a shitty physique, or I'm tired, I don't want to do this. And she's like, nope, get up, let's go. And she dragged my ass out there. And if I'm ever any more successful than I am today, it'll be because of her.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
And what a contrast from like how everything was in the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, from being let go when you were 14, the first wife, the jobs you weren't into.
I think we accept the love we think we deserve, And when you're not shown what that really is supposed to look like, you end up accepting the wrong type.
So you were also, though, a firefighter.
Yeah, so
and
that's
first responder.
It's another thing. So my youngest daughter, she's 5 now. When she was almost 2, she had an epileptic episode, and she did not have a history of epilepsy, and I was not medically inclined to help her. She had an episode where she almost passed away, and I can tell the whole story if you'd like, but it is heavy. And so she survives.
Let's hear it. Yeah, go. Always, yeah.
So it was November 5th, and I walk out of the bathroom, and she's standing in the front room, and she's in a half squat position, which is not like her because she's a little Tasmanian devil. She's always all over the place. And so I go to move her, and she's like a statue. And she drools. And at that point, I was like, oh shit, I think she might be having a seizure. Now, I didn't know what that meant. Like I said, I had never been medically trained. And so I freak out. And
Sure.
I jump in my girlfriend's car at the time. It was before I met my wife now. And I don't have my shoes on, I don't have my cell phone. And all I know how to do is drive. And so I'm driving, and I'm trying to get her to definitive care, just someone that can help. And I get her to an urgent care, And you know, I popped the tire pretty much when I get over the curb, and I almost hit the building, and I'm running inside, and she's actively seizing. She's blue, and I don't know what the hell is going on. It went from 0 to 100 immediately, and so I'm freaking out. Run inside the building, and there's nobody in the lobby. There's nobody in the hallway. I'm screaming for help, and nobody is there. And I bust into a patient room, and I scared the shit out of this old lady. And I try to get into the back area where all the doctors and nurses are, and the door's like locked. So I kick it down, and I get back there, and I grab a crash cart. And I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this crash cart. But I start, you know, I rip my kid's clothes off, and I'm like putting leads on her, and I'm trying to oxygenate her face, you know, but she's got, the BVM is for an adult. And so it's her entire face. And anywho, the nurses and doctors come out at that point, and they're like, what the fuck are you doing? And I, you know, screaming for help. So they finally, you know, they hop on board, they start helping. And she's in this seizure for 45 minutes.
Oh my God.
It sucked. And eventually it breaks, the seizure breaks, and as soon as the paramedics show up, and we put her in the recovery position, we try to get her oxygen where it needs to be, and then she goes into another seizure. And that seizure sustains for like a total of an hour. And they did their best to Ativan, bolus, all the things that are supposed to stop seizure activity, and it didn't. And so they ended up putting her under and intubating her, and she was intubated for 5 days, or better part of a week. And the doctors come out, and they're like, yeah, she's got tumors in her brain, and in her heart and liver and kidneys and all of the things.
Oh my God.
And so it's called tuberous sclerosis complex, and it's a genetic condition that is incurable, and it causes all these problems.
Okay.
She's in stage 1 renal failure at all times, and of course the epilepsy, the autism, and all we can do is therapy for the prognosis. She's most likely going to live with us for the rest of our life. And so that led me to the Tuberous Sclerosis Alliance. It's a very rare condition, but there are, you know, agencies to help. And so the Tuberous Sclerosis, or the TSC Alliance, is actually the first charity that we're working with. As we've gained some, you know, following on social media, we're trying to raise $1 million for them.
Good. Okay. And that's what started all this, is your daughter, your own life experience with this. And is that what also led for you to get into being a first responder? Because you were like, I'm going to be more prepared. Because if we cycle back, since day one, you've wanted to provide and take care of and be a protector and supply. So
I wanted to be the person I needed when I was younger.
So the only thing I can assume is you saw a gap where you were like, I could be something more for my daughter if I had.
So, and I mentioned that to my now wife.
I love it.
And she paid for my EMT school.
Awesome.
And she worked through me going to EMT school so that I could finish and be better prepared for my daughter.
Amazing.
Like I said, she is the best parts of me. And so I get through EMT school on a whim, I suppose. I don't feel like I'm that bright, but get through EMT school, get my EMT certification.
Okay.
And my father-in-law is a fireman.
Okay, he would come with this.
He's a captain at the fire department. And we're on a family vacation. I've said maybe 4 words to the guy in total. And he tells me, he said, well, you look like you can carry a couple of people out of a burning building.
Yeah,
and I
working
said,
out.
Maybe 1 or 2.
I've been benching.
And he said, why don't you apply? And I said, all right, maybe I will. So I did. And I lucked out, and I got hired on the fire department. And, it took me about 5 months to get my EMT license. It took me 6 months to get hired-ish. 6 months for the academy, and then 6 months worth of probationary period on the fire department.
Okay.
And, once I completed all of that, I joined the paramedic class in my fire department because I wanted to, again, be more prepared for my position. And at this point, I've reached like peak physique for me.
Okay.
You know, I've gone on a cut. I've gotten absolutely shredded.
You're counting stuff. You're thinking about it. You're reading. You know, you're watching Ziegler Monster YouTube.
And I got to a point where like it started to make sense because now I understand the human body.
Okay.
I feel like I'm missing a piece. But I go to paramedic school, and I am drowning. It is not easy. And with my stressors, one day was like, you know what? I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna do something in the backyard. I wanna, do something with my hands. And I attempted, and failed, I should say, to make a table.
Okay.
And out of reclaimed wood. And so I made this table, and I get done, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna brag about this a little bit. You know?
Okay,
I feel like
sure.
I did a good job. And so
I'm very happy with my table.
I did okay. And so I set up my phone, and
Did you make a TikTok?
I did make a TikTok.
About your table? I love it. I did one with a doc. Not to stop you.
No.
But one of the things that made my TikTok take off was a video I did about my neighbor.
Yeah.
But keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So I make this video, and I made 2 videos, I should say.
Okay, on your table.
The first video was very solemn. It was like, hey, I grew up without a dad, and I have like sparse tools and shitty wood, and like I think I figured it out, right? And then I was like, it seems a little sad.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make a different one. So I made another one, and it was silly. And I stepped in front of the camera and I was like, check it out. I made a bench for the big backs. And it's funny because like I did fuck up. I didn't make a table. It turned out to be a bench.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm not kidding. I tried to make a table, and that's real.
That
And
is that's real.
it ended up being a fucking bench, which is hilarious. So,
That's real.
Anywho, that video did very well, and so I was like, I wonder what else I could do in that style of things.
And you were spending a tremendous amount of time in the fitness community, like as it was.
Sure. And so I was like, I made this garden. I built a home gym, and so I started getting traction. And I had maybe 700 followers in May of this year. And I was like, all right, well, that was fun. I ran out of ideas. And so I'm laying in bed one night, and I'm scrolling on TikTok and Instagram, just doom scrolling like you do.
Sure.
And I keep coming across stupid fucking fitness stuff.
Obviously not mine. No, of course, no.
And so I keep coming across really dumb shit, and I get frustrated. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a satire video. And so I go and I grab my phone, and I set it up, and I got this shitty little phone stand, and I don't have anything that professionalism or whatever.
Oh, can relate, sure.
And I set everything up, and I grab my phone, and I'm like, I want pizza, but I don't want to get fat. Right?
That sentence
satire.
alone, totally.
Satire. And so I was like, let's make a chicken crust pizza. And all I did, I made...
And this is how you started those.
Yeah. Okay. I made a chicken cutlet with buffalo sauce on it. That's all that was. And all the comments, nobody took it as satire.
Nobody took it as satire.
They were like, one pizza's not gonna make you fat, you're stupid.
Oh,
Like,
they were calling you out for what you didn't like.
Yeah. And so I was like...
You've become what you hate.
I was very confused. I was like, wait, yeah, obviously. And so I made a follow-up video where I grabbed a pizza, I took it out to my garage, and I plopped it on my butcher block. And I was like, I'm gonna eat this whole fucking pizza and not get fat. Let's talk about some stupid fitness myths that I wish I knew when I first started.
Oh, I love it.
And so,
I love it.
In between every myth I brought up, I just ate the pizza. I ate the entire pizza, and I still got comments were like, I bet you this is the last thing he ate for like 3 days. This guy, he probably went and threw all of that up. Shut
Bro,
up.
I did a video one time where I did before the gym.
Yeah.
And then I did the pump in the gym.
Yeah.
And so many of the comments were like, this is 6 weeks in a cycle. This
Yeah.
is 2 years apart.
Yeah.
Like, nah, man.
Get all that stupid comments. And so it was pretty funny how all that came about. And I don't know. I really enjoyed the video that I made, and so.
Which one? The satire one?
Yeah, it was fun.
Sure.
And so, I fucked this up again. I'm not good at building Lego.
No, I'm just distracting you.
Yeah, that's fair. So
That's my job.
I was like, well, let's do this again. Let's make another cooking thing.
Okay.
And so I just continued to do that, and I really enjoyed what I was doing, and I think that's a big portion of it.
Absolutely, it is. I totally agree with that.
And so
If you don't enjoy it and you're not genuine, everyone's gonna know anyway.
one of the
They won't like it.
one of the spin-offs that we got from that was the fitness myths thing, right? So
Okay.
I made a second episode of fitness myths, and well, that's also not what that's supposed to look like. Fuck me.
You're doing
And
good.
I'm not. Leave me alone. So on that video, there was a comment that was like, hey, I love this and I want to show my kids, but you curse a lot. I'm like, well, yeah, you're not wrong. And they asked if I could make a PG-13 version. And I wanted to do that anyway, but I didn't want to be the guy that was like, this and fuck that, and hi kids. That'd have been weird.
Sure.
I screenshotted that comment and I ran home from work and I made the first video of the Sup Kid series.
That's when you're like, hey kid, like that, like what's going on, man? Like let's talk.
So
I like that series a lot.
I love doing that, man, and that's very cathartic for me because I'm just saying all the things I wish I knew when I was younger.
I love that series.
And so I step onto the screen, and I think I got the format right on accident the first time.
I think I've seen. I think I've probably seen the first one.
Yeah.
I've seen, I think, most of them, and you have a wonderful way of displaying information in a very
Thank you.
comfortable, non-intimidating, and a way where I feel like I can soak it in and listen to it without, like it's just like private, like you and me, like you're just talking to me, like almost like you're in the back of my head, like, hey man,
Yeah.
it's just you and me.
Yeah.
I know you're under a lot of pressure.
Yes.
No one knows but me.
I'm here.
Let's work it out.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
That's what I wanted to accomplish, and I think I did.
I think so. I like it a lot.
I get a lot of comments that are like, "Hey, I'm not a kid, but I'm crying right now." I'm like, "Me too, bro." Like, I cry.
First off, I'm a man,
Yeah.
but I am in tears.
Yeah, I cry when I make those videos.
I cry when the music is just intense enough. Interstellar, it's over.
Oh, that's my favorite movie.
Now it's over for me. We're crying.
So I made that first video. I step on the screen, and my history is like dealing with veterans with trauma as well, where the conversation needs to happen, and it's a hard conversation. The best way to do it is to, what's up, man?
Sorry, I'm listening.
Do you mind if we talk?
Oh, my bad. I thought because I hit you, you were like, "What's up, man?"
So,
I was
hey,
like,
you
"Oh no,
want-
continue. I'm listening."
No, so like that's the format that you need to use. Is like, what's up, kid? Mind if we talk?
Yeah, and I do like that.
And then you give the expectation. You're like, hey, I know you're struggling with this. Let's talk about it. I've got like 8 things.
Do you find stuff that you want to talk about because you wish you knew it, or
That's all I talk about.
Okay.
Or the stuff that I struggle with currently, like imposter syndrome.
Okay.
Yeah, like
But when you go through the comments, does any of that stuff spark, like the wheels for you? You're like, yes, I do deal with that, or I did deal with that, but I didn't think about that till right now. Thanks for reminding me. Let's go for it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that happens as well. A large portion of all of those videos, I don't script them. That's all. Like it comes from what I need, right? What is in my heart, and they're difficult to get through at times. I really fucked that up, didn't I?
What makes it difficult to get through it? Because it's like it just hits you on such a personal level.
Yeah. I mean, it's super personal because it's all the stuff that I was never told. It's hard to put it into perspective for people who maybe grew up with parents. Because I do get comments on those videos that are like, "Why do you need somebody to show you how to shave? Are you fucking stupid?" Like, no, just some people don't have that.
No, absolutely. Or they're embarrassed to ask.
That's a huge
I know
deal.
a lot of guys, they feel pressure from their parents, from their father to act a certain way and be a certain way, but they've never had any instruction on how to be that person.
Correct.
So it's like, oh, you should be tougher. You never taught me how to be tough.
Yeah.
Why can't you do this? Because you never taught me.
Yeah.
I've been in your house for the last 12 years.
Yeah, what am I supposed to do now? And we get a lot of those comments. And but the community has been so engaging and awesome where they're like, hey man, like let people struggle. Like it's okay. Like your dad didn't love you, that's fine. You know, like you can be tough and soft at the same time.
I like that one a lot. I think that being masculine, no one can visibly see that you're masculine.
Right.
Being masculine is when everybody's running in one direction, you turn and go the other direction.
I think that's a good portion of it, but I think that real masculinity, I am struggling on this piece. Real masculinity takes vulnerability.
Absolutely.
You know, because you can be like super buff and tough and like a fucking war fighter or whatever, but if you can't talk about your emotions, you're doing a disservice to everybody around you.
That's true, but we can also go back to that big and tough. You could be the weakest guy. You could be the one who's scared more times than not, but when your family needs you or danger happens that you have to provide, if you bite your lip and you stand up and you handle business, that's masculinity.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I have no problem crying in front of my wife or showing my emotions or anything like that.
I cry all the time.
All the time. I can take that.
This specific piece is kicking my ass.
It's true you did lose.
Yeah, you're done.
But I've enjoyed the talk a lot.
I'm failing miserably at this specific portion.
Well, you're doing very well. You're doing very good. You have overcome a lot of disappointment.
Yeah.
You've overcome a lot of instances that would make most people turn cynical.
I was for a long time. I think Afghanistan fixed that part of me because over there I learned that there's no such thing as good guys and bad guys. It's just everybody trying their fucking hardest. You know? I can be full of conviction in my actions and still be fucking wrong. You know? So I took that with a level of reverence and the fact that maybe I'm wrong right now. Maybe I'm wrong about how the world treats people. Maybe I'm wrong about who I am. So maybe I should just shut up and listen.
I like it.
I don't like doing Lego with you. Beat my ass. Good questions, though.
Great question.
I didn't finish this.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
So that's what it's supposed to look like. This is a visual representation of my...
But you got to all 3 bags.
Well, yeah, sure. This is the only thing I'm actually proud of.
Where's my guy? Where'd my guy go? Oh, he's in the car.
in the car.
He's in the
Yeah,
car
he's
right
in
now.
the
He's
finished
leaving.
product.
He's out of here. He doesn't need you anymore. He doesn't need you anymore. He's leaving. Your guy still has the wrench because he's not done. He doesn't even have his visor yet.
I love that. Yep. No. That's what that is.
Well, thank you for joining us today. Again, this is Scotty K Fitness. This is Brick by Brick with Ziegler Monster. We got to disassemble Scotty and put it back together and see.
Sort of.
As we go down the road of life. So, thank you. We'll see you next time.